It's day one, the first day of the new academic year, the first day of classes. But it's also the feast of the exaltation of the Holy Cross of Jesus, a day on which we remember Jesus on the cross, giving of himself lovingly for each one of us, giving himself in order to fulfill his Father's will. Maybe it's a bit appropriate that as we sit at the desk, the wood of the desk for the first time, we remember Jesus on the wood of the cross. I know for a lot of us, going to school can be difficult, and this year all the more, in which we try to figure out what's the best and safest way to be in school or to be at home, and to have a combination of those things to keep each other safe. It can be a real suffering, especially when we consider maybe the anxiety, the social stress of going to school, of being in class with other people. There's a lot of anxiety around that. I remember it myself. So maybe it's really appropriate to remember that God's so creative, that God is so incredible in the way that he loves us, that he chose the cross, yes, the cross, as a way to love us. And many of us have asked, why the cross? Why would you choose that way to love us? Well, the simple answer that I've come to is that there's nothing that we go through, that you or I experience in life, where God isn't right there with us. And he does that by entering into the suffering of the cross. That by going to his cross, his death and resurrection, Jesus has embraced all the experiences we have, whether it's our social anxiety, the challenge of just being diligent, working hard every day, sitting at the desks, doing our studies. Those experiences are an opportunity to be embraced by the love God has for us, to experience him with us. But there's also a challenge in it. Jesus said to his disciples, if you want to be my disciple, you have to deny yourself and come after me every day, carrying your cross. There's a challenge there. And it's a challenge to love other people in the way that God has loved us. To deny ourselves, to go through a real conversion, a change of heart. Perhaps this school year will be that opportunity for that change of heart. And it will be an opportunity to generously give of ourselves to those other students in our class, to the kids that we don't get to see, but maybe we reach out to because we know they're at home and we're not in the same cohort as they are. To our teachers who have to run around the building and go to different classes and teach in different rooms, to be generous and kind to them. We'll have lots of opportunity to love and care for each other. This is what Pope Francis has said about this. He said, taking up the cross becomes a participation with Christ in the salvation of the world. Consider this. Let us make sure that the cross hanging on the wall at home, or that little one we wear around our neck, is a sign of our wish to be united with Christ in lovingly serving our brothers and sisters, especially the least and the most fragile. That we get to share in, participate in, be united to Jesus in the salvation of the world. And that whenever we suffer, whenever throughout this school year we experience suffering, to know that he's right there with us, embracing us. St. Cyril said, by spreading his arms out on the cross, Jesus embraced the entire universe, and that includes you and me. So God is very close to us, brothers and sisters, on this first day of class and on each day throughout this academic year. May God bless you.